Okay, for this week, we're going to be looking at the nurse's role in teaching, learning, and research. So we're going to learn about health literacy, its importance, and all right, this week, I have 10 minutes. All right, this week, we are going to look at teaching, learning, and research in nursing. All right, we're going to use a case study about cryptosporidium and create a teaching plan. And we're going to reflect on the importance of health literacy. You're going to need to complete the teaching learning assessment. So you're going to identify some teaching learning principles and the models and how who we are impacts how we learn. And you're going to recognize the role of research in local health policy. So this comes out of your Pearson text, but there's a copy of it here. This article, these are your resources. This article is related to the research portion of this week, and that is the article that our author published related to the Flint drinking water, and this is where she made the direct correlation between the water and the blood levels in the children of Flint. And here are some other landmark nursing research studies and for you. So view the health literacy. I love this video. Here's some literacy facts, and then that module will be important for you to complete the teaching learning assessment. Now, the teaching learning assessment is one of the major outcomes for this course. All right, so here is the case study, and this case study is about students in Georgia who are at a college and they have a breakout of cryptosporidium. Now there's a lot, this is a very meaty case study that I have adapted for our purposes. You do not have to be epidemiological experts to do this case study. What's important is that you can pick out what is important in relation to this. So here's what happened. Okay, and what I would do is I would highlight any assessment data about the college and what happened and how the college nurse could impact the situation. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want to give you the answers. Okay, so then once you've done that, you're going to take this tabular format. Again, this will say Healthy People 2030. So your population here are the students at the college in Georgia. Okay, and what healthy people goal are you trying to achieve? What were some of those social determinants of health and the way health is measured related to cryptosporidium and how it is transmitted? So what is it you want to see happen? This should start with the students, right? And then what are you going to teach them? What is the content? Are you going to send out a mass email? Are you going to do an infographic? Are you going to do a teach and learn back? Okay, and what teaching strategies are you using? And that's where that module 41 that I pointed out already a couple of times comes into play. Look at those pages of the book that we've copied for you and see which teaching strategies fit that population of students. You may want to look at these teaching strategies prior to deciding what it is you're going to do, because first you need to determine how do people in college learn. So how do the average 18 to 21, 25, what are some adult learning strategies for that age group? Cite your source here, which I'm thinking should be module 41. Don't just put module 41, do your best formatting. And evaluation. So how do you know your outcome worked? So trying to give you an example. So if I told my children that they had to wash the dishes or there would be consequences, my outcome could be that my children were going to wash the dishes in a timely manner. So you could say the children would wash the dishes before 7 p.m. or the children would correctly wash the dishes before 7 p.m. That would be your outcome. Okay? And then I would go in there in my module and say, somewhere in there, I'm making this up, it says children do better with positive reinforcement. So I'm going to teach them some positive reinforcement, and every dish they wash, I'm going to cheer or give them a piece of candy. I don't know. But I would cite that module 41. And how do I know that they learned this? I could say the dishes were clean. They demonstrated that, okay? So my learning experience would be positive reinforcement and the timeline. All right, so you kind of get the idea. So your evaluation of learning is related to this outcome and objectives. This is how you're going to achieve this outcome. And this is how you're going to evaluate whether that was met. So that's the major assignment for this week and one of the major assignments in this course. The other assignment is regarding evidence and research and evidence-based practice. You'll need to watch this video, read that article, and what are some ways that public health nurses can institute evidence-based change, and what are some of the connections you can make between policy and research. If you could put that in a discussion for me there. This week is pretty meaty, isn't it? Because there's one more thing you need to do. As I was getting ready for this course, this class, I realized that there has been a follow-up. There has been new developments in the Flint water crisis. So I want you to read this newspaper article and give me a reflection on this current development. So there's been charges brought against people who chose to switch the water. And so I want you to reflect on these questions, and you can ask other questions and talk about them as well. All right, that is what's going on for this week. Take care.